Hey guys, welcome. Alex, Liberty Rogue Outdoors. Here guys, give me a phone. Yeah, there. All right. Anyways, hey, Cast Iron Wednesday, and I believe it was, I don't know who it was. It might have been M.I. Woodsman. I can't remember, but yeah, I'm gonna show you part of my collection. Cast iron. I know everybody's doing the Cast Iron Wednesday thing, and I haven't cooked anything in it yet. But anyways, well, I got a pretty good collection here, and I've got a little bit of knowledge about cast iron. I got a bunch more cast iron all packed away. But yeah, I'm gonna give you a little peek, and yeah, check it out. Of course, you got your bean pot. Large frying pans, skillets, little, some pretty cool stuff here. Giant Booyaakah right there. A lot of people like the cast iron. We cook on it a lot daily. And there's a whole thing about how to season them and what to look for if you're collecting cast iron. But you know, I'll get into it. I'll touch base on that a little bit. This is my Cast Iron Wednesday Roguester's piece of his collection. So hang on. You get the monster right up there. That's pretty cool. The cast iron rivets in there. That's an oldie. Can't find any markings on it. I've had that for a long, long time. And yeah, it's awesome. That's for when you got a big crowd camping. Oh, here we go. So, a little bit about cast iron. Let's see. I'm just gonna show you right here. This I use daily. It's awesome. If you're into collecting cast iron, it's not that many companies out there, but there used to be. We'll start with some of the older stuff. This is probably the most used item in the house right here. This flat skillet. Yeah, this I use daily. It's very old. This here is pre-1890, and one way you can tell is if you look at the back of these. If you're looking for cast iron, you look at the back. Right here is a gate mark. They used to make molds. They used to have molds. They made a mold to put the iron ore in or whatever, and when they took it out of the cast, this would be your gate mark. This is not a smoke ring. It's called a heat ring. But if you find a piece that's got a gate mark on the bottom, that's pre-1890. Another oldie. Just picked this baby up. This is kind of cool. This is a roaster, and I haven't really gone through this, haven't cleaned it, but it has a gate mark under the lid, and also has a gate mark on the bottom. Got this out of a old barn, yard sailing. That's what I look for. This here, it's pretty cool. If you can see that, but you know, number 11, Griswold, Erie, PA, USA. Mold numbers, I guess they'd be, or you find some that are bigger, that have longer sections in here, and those would be corn poon pans or cornbread pans. Sometimes they have the shape of a corn in it. This is obviously a cornbread, and it's a lodge, so it's not like super old, but it's nice. This is a grilling pan, has the raised nubs in it. This is old, not sure how old. It's not a Griswold as far as I know. It could be, but made in the USA. It's got an indication mark of a C on the bottom. This is kind of sought after. It's a 5-inch heat ring. course, these don't have the gate marks on the bottom of them, so they're not, you know, pre-1890. If they, or actually 1890, they stopped doing the gate marks on the bottom. And it just makes it more uniform to keep track of things as far as business goes. Got some smaller ones. This is a 6 1/4. Oh, yeah, something like that. 6 1/4. Cool pan. These are newer, Old Mountain series. Haven't had these very long, but I like it. It's pretty cool little server. This, I've sent a few of these out to a couple YouTuber friends. Good for camping. Throw it in your pack. Put an egg in there. This is a skillet. Like it. And you know, one thing you can tell about cast iron, this right here is one thing you can tell is if you look at the ridge on this compared to the ridge on that is much thicker, very heavy. This is a Lodge, don't know how old it is, good pan, heavy. This, for some reason back in the day, they made them thinner. And this is a $200. This is a Griswold. I don't know if you can see it. It's dirty. I gotta clean it. It's a Griswold number 10. If you can find one of these, they're very sought after. Very nice finish. This is a little more rougher on the inside, but these are about a $200 pan right there. Hard to find, especially Griswold. Let's see. Got this big flat server one. I think you've seen Calvin 72, he's got something like this, bigger than mine. This is an Old Mountain, it's not very old. But yeah, you know, it's pretty cool stuff. Got your bean pot, it's an Old Mountain, I like it. Got a few more of these here and there. But yeah, you know, cast iron's cool. It's Cast Iron Wednesday. The Roadster still hasn't cooked anything for you guys, which I will. You know, first, all good intentions that day I was on the bike, but man, it was so good riding. I just kept the pan in the bag and tooled along. Didn't even go to work that day. But anyways, yeah, these are cool. I had a blacksmith out of Rendezvous made this for me. Commissioned him to make that. That was years ago. Like it. It's got the turned hook. And the coffee pot isn't cast iron, but it is old. I put my coffee grinds in there with some eggshells, boil it up. Coffee grinds, when you let it cool, the coffee grinds go to the eggshell and you don't get any coffee grinds in your coffee. Same blacksmith, had to make these pokers. Really neat. Neat one. Yeah, pretty cool. If you really want to season your cast iron really well, you want to use flaxseed oil. Flaxseed oil, I put these in the, you know, once I've cleaned one up, or like that one there, I'll clean that up. I'll soak it in lye, and then I'll neutralize the lye by soaking it in vinegar, and I scrub the heck out of it. Everything comes off it, and then you put it in the oven, 200, 250, bake it very slowly, and then take it out, flaxseed oil, put a good coating in there, put it back in, bake it for an hour, take it out, and you want to do that a few times till when you pour the flaxseed into the pan, it starts to bead. When it does that, it means it's done. It's filled the pores. It'll be just like a mirror, and that'll last a long, long time. Takes a long time to do it. And these I use these daily pretty much. Just need to do it again here. It's been years. But flaxseed oil makes it so these will be non-stick. So a lot of people use vegetable oil or olive oil, and that's fine to season it. But if you use flaxseed oil, nothing will stick to it, and that stuff lasts a long time. So it seasons it well. Do what you will. And hey guys, thanks for tuning in. Cast Iron Wednesday, Roadster out, Booyaakah. Actually, this is some old iron right here. I'm going to say goodbye. That is an old wood splitter right there, guys. Still works too. Love it. It's pretty cool.